Happy holidays, people.
Hey,
Ooh.
you miss us?
I know, it's been a minute.
We miss y'all.
It's been way too long.
Right? Oh my God.
I know.
Ooh. Nah, it's okay. Don't worry, we're back.
Yes.
Yo, I've been seeing 333 everywhere.
Okay, so a lot has been going on since the last time you saw us.
A lot, yes.
2025 is here, yo.
It is here.
Oh my
in full
God.
swing.
Wow. Okay. Let's think about like our time throughout the year. Do you think 2024 was very like a successful year for you?
I would say I would say yes, but like I had to deal with a lot this year. Let's put it like that. Like nothing bad per se, but it was just like a lot of moments of just like growth and like figuring out and realizing like my worth.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs, yes. Big ups and downs. But I mean, like, we ended it on a high note. I feel like this year ended, like, you know what's going on in my life.
Yes.
Heading on a very high
Very high note.
Very high note.
Agreed. Yeah, I understand.
How about you? What do you think?
Well, I think I had a really great year compared to what I had to go through in 2023. I had a great year this year, honestly, compared. And same thing, I ended on a high note, for real, for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
What's a lesson that you've learned this year?
Ooh, well, a lesson. Wow.
Lesson.
Only one thing?
Okay.
Oh my God. I have to think about it. I guess like it's okay to like learn new things. Like, yes, like we're young, I get it. Like we're expected to learn new things, but I feel like a lot of grown people, they, you know, I don't want to say like they're ignorant, but like they choose not to learn new things. Right. And like it's okay to like learn new stuff. You know, what's that saying? An old dog can learn new tricks. Yes. Or that's the saying, right? Okay, cool. So like, yeah, I think anyone can just like, you know, just learn everything. Like, you know, new things. That's really it. Yes, period.
Ooh, heard you.
We decided to go on Instagram, right? And let y'all to tell us like what topics that we should talk about.
Yes.
So let me put one out. Give me a second.
All right.
So, okay, it's from my friend Georgia. Hey, Georgia. So she wants our thoughts on education, like our thoughts and importance of education or lack thereof, depending our opinion. So, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think that it is important for education. I think the route of getting education, however, now that like we're out of school, we've been out of school for like what, almost 4 years now?
Ooh.
Like around that, 2020.
For like college?
Yeah, college, like finished. Like,
oh wow,
3-4 years.
I graduated in 2022, so like it's a couple years for me.
So 2021.
Yeah.
So so like around that. I feel like with education, like I think it's very important. I think though it's more important to know if you need it or not.
Yes, I agree on that. I feel like education is important. However, depending on what you want, like you really gotta understand, like, okay, what do I want? Do I have to go to? Okay, hold on. Let me get my thoughts together. Like, let's say I want to be like a doctor or a nurse. Anything that you need to get certified for or get a license for, you should go to school for. However, I mean, I don't want to like bust down on like my major, but like I graduated like with like an education major. I was an audio radio major, and do I have to go to school for that? No, not really. I mean, it's nice to like have information, but like honestly, I didn't have to go to that route. But my situation was different because originally I was an education major, so I was supposed to like teach kids. Like I was a child education major. Right. So I ended up switching to communication. But if I stayed in education, it's important for you to go to school for that because you need to get certified to be a teacher. Right. So that's my opinion on it. But it really depends on what you want. Like, I know people who had like trade jobs, like you know, lash tech, nail tech. Right. I think you do got to go to school for that, or do a couple of classes in order for you to get certified. Right. But other things like I guess like things like the entertainment industry, like dance or being like an actor. Right. I don't think you had to go to school for it.
Okay. So
and that's coming from me.
Right. See, I feel the same way. I think it's a mixed bag because, like, you know, I went to film school. I feel like I could not learn it from anywhere else.
Oh, really?
And I feel like Because like I feel now, we have billions of YouTube channels and even like, social media that will like be dedicated to teach you these things. And that's well and good. But I think the idea of learning the principles you need to go to school for, because you need to expand on those ideas. But at the same time, school works because of networking. I feel like that's the main thing.
That's true.
Because like granted, you could get the education on YouTube and stuff like that, but if you don't have a network of people, regardless if you did it in your hometown or you moved, if you don't have that base, you're kind of screwed. And I feel that, I don't know. Because like granted too, like I'm grateful for my time when I went to school. Mind you, I went out of state. So it was a brilliant experience. I felt like I was on my own. I had my sense of freedom. And from a person who feels like his high school experience was not the greatest, I feel like I came into my own as an adult. But at the same time, the amount of money you pay for colleges and stuff now, and like compared to like when we went, but like now modern day 2024, I think you start to question like, is it worth it?
I questioned myself like not that long ago. Like, do I regret going to school?
Right.
Like because of the job that I currently have right now.
Yeah.
Like I could have done anything else. Like honestly, oh my goodness. If I like when I was in high school, if I could like change my decision, like start over, I would have, because I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time. And I was following like what other people wanted like for me to do. So if I just like, took like a year off to figure out what I wanted to do, I would have.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, because I feel like similar situation, but I chose to do what I wanted to do rather than what they wanted me. Yeah, but here's the thing though, like I did what I wanted to do, but it also felt as if I was kind of on my own because I didn't have the people I had the support, but in the sense of like they were not knowledgeable of that field. So it's like kind of like you're the black sheep where it's like, I know exactly these things. Y'all not going to get it.
Right.
So it's like, I'm kind of alienated in a way, but it is what it is. Would I change things? I wouldn't say change it. I think I would have, I don't know how to explain it. Like I wouldn't change a thing, but at the same time, I feel like I could have added more, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you like reflect on what you
went through. I mean, like, cause like granted too, like I feel like we all had to go, like it's all this idea of like, if you only knew then what you do now, and we all have to go through those certain things to be who we are today. But I think that like, because I went to film school and I did that, I do feel as if like maybe another major, but still have the film stuff as well.
So like do like another major on top of it, or you have like a minor or no?
See, that's the thing. I was gonna minor in theater, and I was ready to do so. I took 3 classes because in my school the requirement you need 6 to officially get it. Okay. I took 3. I had a 4th one that technically counted, but COVID hit, so it screwed everything up. Because remember, I'm doing acting stuff. You got to be in person for that. So it just, and mind you, that brief moment in time where it's like, oh, you're at home, you're doing stuff online, it just defeated the purpose. So I just kind of just gave up on that.
Man, COVID. Yeah. I blame COVID on a lot of things.
See,
my goodness.
See, I don't even blame COVID because I feel like COVID, here's the thing, like I feel like COVID in that time was not it was bad. I'm not going to say that what happened to everybody and how we were all affected. People now who are stuck inside, they don't, people's attention spans change.
Yes.
A lot of people have more anxieties and,
the world. The communication is off.
Communication is very off.
Oh my goodness.
Insanely off. But I feel like also there was some good in that time period. Because I think if you were knowledgeable enough to reflect on your situation, you're with a good amount of surrounded by good people, your experience probably was different. And I know anybody who's an introvert, they were thriving at that time. You cannot tell me any introvert was like, oh, we got to stay inside for a couple of months by myself. Say less. But I think, to answer the main overall question, education is important. Know what you want to do. Know if it requires you to basically spend, thousands of dollars.
That's the thing too. Money is also like a factor here. Yes. Like, don't waste your time and waste your money on something that you don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And like, you really gotta like pinpoint on like the positives and like pros and cons and everything.
Yeah.
Like, those are very valuable, honestly.
For real. And plus, if you need to go for a bachelor's, because like I've seen people who get bachelor's and they're like, I could have gotten this with an associate degree. Because like I think the idea of what those things represent have diminished in a way, but also as well, like you don't need a associate degree or something like that. Because like wasn't there like a time where like they were down bad on teachers? You know, like anybody could be a teacher, aide, or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta see the climate, pick and choose what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Honestly, yeah. I'm really thinking like, okay, what should I do next? For real.
We had a conversation before about like radio and stuff like that. Would you want to go into that side of like radio? Because like I do know several stations and stuff out here.
In the beginning, I wanted to be a radio host, but my professor effed it up for me. Like he triggered me so much. Oh my God. But I was really into podcasting at the time. So, I mean, I still am.
Right.
So now that's like my main route I want to go to, but radio, I need to think on that when it comes to that, because he really triggered me. Okay. Oh my God.
Okay. Interesting.
But I am open.
Okay.
I'm open.
Oh, gotcha.
But like on what though? Like when it comes to radio, like what's there? What's out there?
I mean, like, mind you, where we live, it's like we're near a city, and like I've seen the postings and stuff. Like I've been to networking events where it's like, you know, we're radio. Like I could legit send you like the ones that I know now.
You did send me one.
Yeah. I did send you one. Yeah. So I'm saying, so that's one of them where it's like I've met the people who recruiters there. So I mean, like, yeah. So I mean, like, you know, like I said, look, I know we know each other for years.
Yes.
I think that in 2025, look into that side. Oh. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. And plus, the one I sent you was a black one. So let's not forget that. That's a black radio type thing. So.
Oh, this is also education related.
Okay.
Would you have changed your major if you had the opportunity to restart college?
Ooh.
Thanks, RT.
Okay. What do you want to go first?
Well, I would have definitely changed my major, honestly. But to restart you know what? I have done that. I'm not gonna hold you. Because like I was at my school, right? I had to leave and went to the what's it called? The community college over the, you know, where we are. And then I ended up going back. So I did switch my major at that time, only because I was surrounded by people that had like the same interests as me. And they also introduced me into like a world of like communication. That's why I picked up on communication, because I was like an education major before. And honestly, if I didn't go to that community college, I would have, you know, become a communication major. So honestly, I'm like, wow, it's like a whole different world here, and I really want to like be a part of it. Yes, I would have changed my major. Yes. Yes, I would have.
Okay. I think what I would have done, I would have either done another major on top of that, or like I said, minored in film. I realize now I like psychology. Like,
you do?
It took me a minute till I really realized it, but like, there's a great YouTube channel called Cinema Therapy. Like, we talk about it all the time. So we watch Cinema Therapy. I love Cinema Therapy. That's one of the few channels I genuinely love looking at.
Yes.
And I think in this like climate now where everybody spews these terms on the internet and don't really know what they mean, I actually like to read books and like I do a lot of reading. I'm a firm believer of like, I don't need to respond to everything you need to say. I'd rather you get your stuff out and vent, and then we talk about it. Like, that's just me as an individual. And like I said, psychology is one of those I would have loved to do. Because like looking back, I couldn't do business. To have me in a suit all day. Like, no, I'm good. I can't do, like, I'm not going to do that. And science in general, I love science when we were in high school and middle school. That's one of the things I genuinely loved. But to make that as a career path, that is so risky, especially with COVID and everything. I was like, nah, I could not have been in these labs.
You took Psych 101? I mean, you had to, right?
So here's the thing, right? I switched out.
You did?
Yeah.
To what class?
I think I just dropped the class for that semester, or I think I just dropped it for that semester. Really? It would have been my first semester in college. I remember I won the first day and I was like, okay, cool. But then like after a while, I'm like, mind you, like I'm 18, I'm at the front desk, I'm listening to this teacher, and I was just like, I'm not really want to do this. I'm gonna do my film stuff. I gotta take a math class and an English class. Let me just do my thing and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Looking back now, I'm like, dang, what could have been if I just stuck around? But I would love to do they had like a course at like a community college. Something like
they
that.
do.
They do?
I took one.
Oh.
Yeah, during the winter. Yeah.
I would love to just look into that and like delve into that, you know? Like I want my film career to get to the point where like okay, I'm good. I've done a couple of movies. I've written my own stuff. It's on the big screen. Let me do psychology just for fun. And then just, see where it takes me.
You absolutely can.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe like next winter, but or maybe during the summer, they probably do too.
I probably next winter. We'll see how this year turns out. We'll see how this year turns out. But yeah, if I had to choose, psychology would probably be it. Psychology would be the one.
Bet.
Yeah, that or get my master's in film or theater. One of those two.
Wow. Well, I was a minor. I was a dance studio administration minor.
Oh.
Yeah. Like if I want to own a dance studio, I mean, I can. Mm-hmm. But if I want to choose another, okay, I'm glad I wasn't a dance major because oh my goodness, like dance and theater, like they went hand in hand at my school.
Right.
So like the things that they have to do, that was a lot of work. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I like dancing for fun and I like choreographing for fun, but like the amount of shows that they have to do, and they were graded on that too. Like, oh my God, yeah.
No.
And like theater kids, like they have to take some dance classes, dance major had to take some theater. I'm like, I don't want to do all that. No.
My thing is like with those type of courses and stuff like that, like what happens if like they had the play or like they had like that dance recital and you didn't make the cut? What happens there? Like, do you have to write a paper to compensate?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Cause you really gotta think about that. Like, do you have to you have to get a grade?
Like, yes, you do. So you have to show up.
Right.
That's number one. You have to show up and actually do the choreo or whatever you got to do, and then take it from there. But if you don't make it, I haven't thought of that. I thought it's like guarantee you make it. I don't know why I thought that, because everyone has to work hard, right? But if you don't make it, I don't know. There has to be other options. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It can't just be like, all right, you don't do it, all right, you fail. Like, no, you have
true.
to.
I mean, they have to audition in order to like be. Exactly. In that major, so I don't know. Oh my God, I don't know. Yo, wait, what other major I used to play an instrument.
Oh.
Shoot.
Music.
Yes, music.
I would not be surprised because I feel like at our town, we had so many people that were musicians.
Yes.
So it's like.
Did you used to play an instrument?
I used to play when I was younger. I still have my drumsticks. I used to play drums.
Really? In elementary school?
I had the drumstick and the drum pad.
Oh my God.
I used to play. Like, I remember it clearly.
Wow.
Yeah, I just didn't make the cut for middle school. That was the thing. I didn't make the cut. No.
But you were in choir.
I was in choir, yes.
So you made the cut for choir, but not for band? Really?
I have vocals. I was out here singing Michael Jackson songs. Like, I had the vocals, and then puberty hit. Wow. And it was just like, it's like now my voice is a mix of everything. Like, I'm not mad. I sound like Donald Glover, which is the best thing in the world. But at the same time, I'm just like, the high notes, like, I could hit. I just need practice.
I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, do you remember, like, you auditioning to be in band?
I remember, I think so. I think I don't remember the process. I think we had a rep that came to our school. Yeah. That was like, or it was the music teacher that tried to test our skills and then tell the people that were coming in for middle school. It was one of those. But I remember I just did not make it. I remember choir though.
You made it.
I was always the one that did solos. Like
really?
It was solos. I was with a group of people who did it in middle school. I remember it too.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wait. So question: At my elementary school, we had special chorus, right? And
I remember that.
You had that too.
We had that, but I don't think I was in that. I think it was in the regular.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, like regular, like choir everyone. Okay, gotcha. Because I know that people who were in special chorus were in the choir in middle school and high school, but I didn't know it was like the same with all like the other elementary schools.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Really?
Like, yeah,
wow.
I think so.
Oh my God.
I know.
Man. Okay, so going back, I would have been like, if I changed, I would have been like a music major,
I can see you with a music major though. I can see with that.
Because I just started playing my instrument again, like recently at my church. Yeah, like
really?
Yeah, like last week.
So you're playing flute again?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my God. And now the church is like, okay, I want to see you play more. I'm like,
dang, they were like, no man, that's Andre 3000. Get that flute album. Get that flute album out.
Not the flute album. Oh my God.
Nah, let me stop. I love that album. I listen to that every other day. Let me not size this man.
I need to hear.
You have not heard it yet?
No.
Oh, he released like 3 extra songs.
Really?
It's incredible. You know what's crazy too? I didn't know. He's been putting like flutes, like playing the flutes in movies. I didn't know this.
Really?
Yeah. So like Everything Everywhere All at Once. He's on the soundtrack. If you look, this is not even like a joke. Look this up. If you go into the soundtrack, right, on like, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, look into the credits. production credits.
30,000.
He's there.
Wow.
I'm like, I think it's under his actual government name.
Okay,
but like it's there. And I was like, oh snap. Like I found out like a month ago. It blew my mind. I was like, yo, wait, what? He's also in another movie called Showing Up. A24. If he goes Showing Up, he has a role in it, like an actual acting role. And then he plays over the credits at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he like plays the flute, like
the whole
regular.
Flute. They have him with his signature flute.
Wow.
And he's in the movie playing it. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I need to know what type of flute he plays.
I don't know.
I need to see.
It's mainly wood. Like I feel like that's like a type of.
Oh, really?
It looks like it's handcrafted.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it for myself. There's different types.
Yo. No, let me find out, Leana, you're out here doing the flute. I'll need you in one of my movies.
I'm crying. I mean, just give me like, okay, give me like a sheet of music and I'll do it. Okay. I can't sight read for nothing.
Really?
I can't.
Would you ever do like jazz style and just riff off the flute? Just how you feel?
Maybe. But I was told that flute players are not in like jazz bands.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. I can see that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been in jazz band with like in middle school and high school, but no, they don't accept flute players.
Ooh.
Oh well.
Ooh.
Next question. Should you aim to be a master at something or just be good at a lot of different things? Another question.
Okay, so you're asking, would you rather be skillful and master one certain thing? Or versus being skilled in multiple different things? I feel like...
Or just be good at it.
I think...
Not master, just be good at it.
I think the second part probably more like, just have multiple things. Because like you don't want to be a one-trick pony. Yes. But at the same time, agreed. I feel like you have to be a master at multiple things. You got to know your stuff.
Yeah, like, you got to know it inside and out, like back of your hand. Yeah.
I think the same thing. How about you? What do you think?
Ooh, second one as well.
Okay.
Again, no one-trick pony. Agreed. Oh my goodness, agreed. And also like, I don't know, like, it's like you know how you go to a party, you be like, oh, I can do this trick. Yeah. it's like that. Like, okay, like I can do certain things. I may not be like a pro at it, but I'm familiar with it. I'm aware, and it's like it's good to have. Like I was told by like my boyfriend's father, like driving, right? You should know how to drive like different cars. Yes. Yes. And you know what? I agree. I should know how to drive a stick shift. Yes. And I don't, not yet, but one day I will. And I think that's a good skill.
I don't consider that like in the same vein as that, but like memorization, I think that's a skill people need to know. Because like just driving around, I heard so many people be like, oh, you don't need a GPS. I'm like, no, I got to know where I'm at. Like
that. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I feel what you mean.
Yeah. Like driving different cars. Like I should know how to drive a truck. I should know how to drive a smaller car. I should know how to drive a car that doesn't have GPS in it. Or like, the camera in the back of the car. I should know how to drive.
There's so many people I feel like rely on that too much. So
I'm one of those people.
Oh, see, I don't. I try to like, cause like my parent, like mind you, my first car was a green like truck from the 90s. And legit, it was legit, I had none of that. Like I had no GPS. Like it was just like, all right, you gotta know from the back, you gotta know what you're doing. So now like I don't rely on that at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
can't rely on that much tech.
That's true too. What if like something happens to you in the middle of the road and like, I don't know, some reason you have like this car, you're not familiar with the car. Right. I don't know how you got the car, but I don't know. No one's driving it and you need to drive home. Like get away with the situation. You got to learn in order for you to, survive to, save your own life.
Exactly.
Like you just never know. Different situations, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I should learn how to drive like different cars. But like overall, like when it comes to like being good at different stuff, I do agree on that. Like, there's like other things that people should like know how to do.
No, without a doubt. Like
cooking.
Definitely.
Cooking, y'all should know how to do. Like, I don't cook that much. Like, remember the Friendsgiving? I don't cook. I don't cook that much. All you gotta do is like read a recipe and that's it. Like
pretty much.
As long as you know how to read, you're fine.
That's very true. And like I feel like now there's so many options of like what you want to do. Like I said, I'm vegetarian, so like cooking is much easier for me versus like vegetables is just like I put in the oven, put it for this, watch it, don't burn it up, you're good.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Yeah.
It's like for me, it's like the flavor. Like the flavor has to be there. I don't want it bland. That's why I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Like, especially if I'm serving it to other people, like that matters to me. So like, I gotta work, much harder on that. But still, y'all should know how to clean. That's number one. I know how to, you can't tell me that I can't clean. I know how to clean clothes. I know how to clean the floor, the house, whatever. Like, that's a life skill. Like, when you go to school, like, okay, like, when you met your roommate for the first time, were they clean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
My roommate,
good.
Listen, my roommate, me and him are always like this. So, like, because, like, mind you, like, if we knew we were slacking some days, like, for example, if I do laundry and, like, my side of the closet is messy, he'll be like, dude, your thing's kind of like, you know.
Okay.
Like, he'll tell me. He'll say it like
and
respectful. He'll say it respectfully too. Okay. That's one thing I love about my old roommate. He said it respectfully. We always had that like friendship. Like I still talk to him this day. He came out here like a couple months ago.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, my boy. But like that's one of the skills I think. I feel like it's mainly just like cleaning, cooking, car related stuff. I think those are the main life skills. I mean, like some stuff could be like, I don't know, money related, but like.
Yes, is investing a good like life skill? Because people just don't do it.
Because like I feel like investing, you gotta be in that field. Like you can't even just be like, I'm gonna invest today. Like you gotta know Dogecoin, you gotta know the stock market. Like there's other factors that will lead you into
you gotta be like, when it comes to like money, at least have some knowledge when it comes to that. I think that's a skill everyone needs, and especially at this climate right now.
Yeah. I know. Yes. And like I think if we're gonna talk about climate, I think just emotional skills. I think that's
yes, emotional intelligence. That's a really good skill.
That's a very good skill. That's the one thing maybe this year I've learned, like leave people where they're at if they're not emotionally available. I think that's something I had to like learn though. If someone doesn't treat you right, you gotta know that and just know your worth. And it's hard to lose people. I mean, like I could tell you, like you've seen me at my worst days. You've seen me like. Be like, dang, like I'm still reeling over this. But like, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah. You always have, listen, whatever you believe in, whatever left is being replaced with something better. And you can only hope that those people that left are in a better place and that they're doing well. And that's what I do. Yeah. Like I'm hoping the people who, I talk to now, I'm hoping they're okay and that they're doing good. That's all I really care about.
I mean, hey, just focus on yourself.
Exactly.
Really yes.
Exactly. So you can do.
Oftentimes, we know exactly what we look for in a partner, but what do we look for in a friend? Now, I feel like we did answer that question before.
Yeah, but relationships.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes. But in a friend, you kind of like said that, like when it comes to like emotional intelligence, I think like a friend, they need to have emotional intelligence for sure. Right. That's a skill you gotta have.
Right.
Another one is someone who is, I don't want to say like someone who is not jealous. That's another one. Like someone who has like, like confidence within themselves.
Right.
They're not jealous of the other person.
Right.
Because it's really hard to be friends with someone who is jealous of you. It's so hard, yo. I have so many stories.
See, it's funny because like I wouldn't even say jealousy would be the one for me. I think it's more loyalty. I think that's what it is. Because like granted too, because like me, I'm the type to check in on people. I've always been that type of where it's like, hey, are you doing okay?
Oh really?
Yeah. Like I said, I like psychology.
Shoot, I should do that more.
Yeah, I
don't do that.
Yeah, and like people be like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't get to talk to you this entire year. I'm like, yeah, we all are busy. It's okay. I'm more grateful that you just hit me out and told me now. Like I respect that. And granted too, I be tripping sometimes. So I think loyalty, because like if you're loyal to someone and you had a relationship where like you could be in a situation where you both may be mad at each other, but at the end of the day you guys talk it out and you can go back.
See, and I respect people who do that. Let's say like you and me, for example, we're like in an argument. I'll respect you more if we decided to talk about it and not go like our separate ways. Right. I did with one of our friends one time, and I respect her more because of that. Oh my God, like you have no idea.
Yeah, I think someone, and I'm realizing this too, someone who does not like, they mean what they say. That's my thing. I feel like if it's an individual where like their actions don't meet their words, or they just say stuff just to say it, and they show no sign of like, I'm taking accountability, I don't trust you. Right. I can't trust you. So that's just me personally. I feel as if like, if you can't do that, we should not be. Yes. You shouldn't just leave things where they are. Yeah, honestly.
Accountability.
Accountability is a big one for me. You know how I feel about accountability.
Oh my God. I'm not going to hold you. When it comes to like my past friendships, there are times where I could be at fault. I admit it, but I also don't care. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like, if it's not meant, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
Right.
But I learned.
Nah.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I got to take accountability for that one. No, I can't change the past.
Yeah, that's very true. Look, if I had the chance to talk to certain people and be like, yo, like, listen, I was tripping as a kid, as a teenager. That's my bad back then. I'm not the same person now because, like you said before, with COVID and stuff, we all shifted. We're no longer those kids anymore. We're literally in a new age.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Like, so, take that as you will. I'm always down to talk with anybody or anyone who's just like,
what? Me too.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And plus too, in arguments, I don't shout. I've come to a point where I'm just like, all right, let's see it from a certain way. And if I have to, I'll remove myself from the situation rather than just, lash out. So
I'll just tell you like how I feel.
Yes.
With come to situation, and you have to listen. Like if
not even that you have to, just tell them, but listen, I'll listen if you listen.
Yeah, exactly. Like people want to hear themselves talk.
Right.
And I can't have a conversation with people who do that.
Right.
That's the only thing. But if I'm able to listen to like your perspective, you have to listen to me. Like that's really it.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I think that's all.
That's all the questions we got?
I think so.
That's a good list.
Wow.
List of questions.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, I lied.
Oh. This just in. Another question.
One more question. Okay. Which small habits change your life?
I gotta think on that one. You go first.
Okay.
I'll see if I got.
I say, okay, when I started going to the gym, that's like one of the small habits that pretty much changed. Like, I started to count my calories. I started, become more active. Like, I'm not dancing as much anymore, and that was like my main like source of like activity. So like me going to the gym more, like that's like a really good habit to have. Like just work out, like be active when it comes to, like your body and everything, and also eat right. That's a really good habit that definitely changed my life for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of myself, I'll say meditation. Like I'm learning this year alone. I started to take time to focus on my breathing, to actually think about my thoughts and question my thoughts. Do I really feel this way? Is this really the best way to go about certain things? People, situations, and like I've come to a point where now I meditate. Not every day. I'm still working on that, but the feeling of just like feeling your emotions, letting them pass through you, and just allowing yourself that moment, that opportunity to just choose yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, and to silence your mind.
I love that. Do you do this? Like,
yes.
Cross your legs?
Yes, I do that. So I do two different styles. I'll either do it that way or I'll be kneeling.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll kneel. So it depends. Like I just bought a couple weeks ago a meditation pillow. So I got
those?
They have several. They have different ones. So they have benches, they have pillows. I got the pillow. 40 is usually the range where like that's the standard price.
Oh, wow.
I got mine on sale for $25.
Nice. How often do you meditate?
So here's the thing. I will do it now. It's like every other day if I have the time. But when I do it for at least 20 minutes. I'm working towards doing it for maybe more than 30, like an hour. But it's very hard. There's some days where it's like I hear every thought that comes
your
in.
Inner thoughts.
I'm thinking about the past or thinking too much about what could happen in the future. That's not what meditation is about. You just got to stay present, to quiet your mind. But I'll say out of all the stuff that like the skill, like one of the, like all the stuff that I've incorporated into my life, meditation, vegetarian veganism.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, like it's second now. And I really, like I said, like I've become much more calmer. And in doing so, it's like kind of realizing like some of the things that I do, like you kind of notice it more.
Oh wow! No, I'm gonna put that in on my bingo card. I made a bingo card like for like 2025.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, here's like the goals I want to do, and once I achieve those goals, I just cross it off.
Okay. What are some goals you want to do in 2025?
Oh, good question. Let me see. I'll just tell you a few that I got. I want to read a book.
Oh.
I want to find a dance class.
Okay.
I want to go back to church, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah,
you think you fell off a little bit? Or?
I have. Yeah, like once I started college, that's when I started to fall off.
Oh.
And my church right now, like ever since COVID, it hasn't been doing that well. So I'm trying to go back to it. And like that's one of the things that I did growing up, like just go. And that was like my church home. Like I was born into that church that I go to. So like, it's nice for me to go back.
That's lovely.
And, yeah, thank you. I also like want to like meal prep.
Okay.
More. I want to create dance videos. Like I keep telling myself for like, oh my gosh, since high school, like I should like make some dance videos, and I should, and I'm going to.
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
I'm putting that out there.
Yes.
I'm gonna make some dance videos, I swear. And like that's like a few that I have right now.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my God.
I like those goals.
Thank you.
I like they're practical too.
Yes.
And they're very practical. Like you can literally do it tomorrow.
Oh,
I like that.
I like that. Oh my God. I'm so excited now. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for next year, even though it's like a couple days away.
It's literally like 3 days away.
Wow.
Which is it is weird. Like, have you noticed that like it felt like the beginning of a few months felt like forever. And then like once I want to say July, August hit, it just plowed through.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yes.
Insane.
Especially with all like the drama and like social media right now.
I'm not even on social media.
I mean, ever since January of this year.
Oh yeah.
It's with every single month. You know that. The calendar.
No. Yeah, they have like the calendar each month is like something crazy instead.
Oh, I can't wait.
But here's my thing though. Do you think something crazy happened this month though? Because I feel like
this month.
Because this month I feel like compared to like everything that happened this year, for each month there was like something new. I feel like December I haven't heard anything. Okay. That's a good one. It would be that or the Jay-Z thing. I feel like that's
that
that's one
too.
Two, which I'm gonna be so honest with you. That's a mixed bag that I don't want to get into.
Yeah,
like,
me either.
Yeah, let's just reference it. We're not even gonna get into it. No, it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the trouble. I don't want to get yelled at.
Oh my God.
I'm okay.
You know what? That's it with all the questions.
That's all the questions.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh.